Hello, everyone. John and Kevin are here.
Hey, 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 hey.
I see we already have Jason in the chat. Hello, Jason. How are you? Jason, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us. Do you, Kevin? Do you know Jason?
Um, I believe I do know Jason. Yes, I think we did a stream at some point with his group. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Jason, remind me, where are you at?
We have J Rod and we have
US
Braden.
Louisville. Yes, yes. Okay, we did do a session. Yes.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh, that was a long time ago. Good to see you, Jason. Good to see you,
uh,
Gerard. Good to see you, man.
I know. I know Braden. Braden and I went to college together. Hi, Braden. Hi, J Rod. Did I say it correctly? I hope I did.
Gerard.
Gerard. I'm
Just
very
like
sorry.
Gerard is a composer himself. He's
Excellent.
awesome.
Excellent.
He said
Excellent.
kinda.
Kinda. I've opened up Sibelius or Finale once or twice, or Dorico in this case. I'm trying to. Oh, I'm. So just so you all know, I know we're streaming in Dorico today. I've used Dorico a little bit. I'm still kind of. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in any way, shape, or form. Uh, Kevin, have you used Dorico at all?
No, not exactly. I'm trying to get into it more so because I've been told by a lot of composers to check out what's happening with it. So
Oh, you should. You
this
should. You should. I have to be honest, Kevin. I'm still kind of learning it, but and as you can see, I struggle a little bit here and there. But man, do I love this program.
yeah. Oh, I can already see the time signature, like because usually in like finale you have to go in and do this long process to do like the large time signatures, and with there it's just like you have one thing to push, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes. It's so nice. Hang on. This is I think exactly what I wanted. The space between the numerator and the denominator. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. There we go. Cool. Now that's done. So yeah, the time and then so Kevin, since we'll wait a couple more minutes for we'll wait a couple more minutes for a couple more people to come in, and then we'll get started with our composing. Because just so you all know, Kevin and I are notorious for going way past when we say we're going to stop. So,
Yes.
listen, that's just because we love music and we love writing it. So, but so like this one and two thing. So if you, what's cool, and this is the like one of the things I love most about Dorico. If we go down here to galley view, you see that now they're separated. So for example, and this isn't anything. I'm just gonna write a few random notes in here. Um, so now what we do is if we go back here to page view, all of them are condensed on one line. So in the score, they look nice and they're like composite or they're condensed. Whereas, you kind of compose them separately, and you see it kind of puts the numbers based on where they belong, and like
Hmm.
one and two. And to me, I mean, you can't edit them in this view because it would almost be impossible. But
Hmm.
to me, I love that aspect of the condensing. So you just write it separately, and then it just knows what to do from there. So to me, that's a game changer in my opinion, and I love that feature. That's like my favorite. And as I was saying on the streams, some of my other things is I love the fact that like when you set some of these settings, like it takes a long time to set the settings to begin with, but once they're
Hmm.
set, you never have to worry about them again. Like you never have to tweak anything. Like I defined how I wanted slurs to look in the settings, so now I just hit this,
Hmm.
and that's exactly how I set it to go like underneath the notes like that.
Wow. Okay.
So like I set that
Nice.
setting like in the settings, like it's set. So I mean
Mm.
like there's very little like adjusting that you need to do once you've actually started writing. And to me, I think that
Hmm.
it's up to you if you want to spend time doing it later, or if you just want to set it at the beginning. Everyone's different.
Hmm.
I personally
Yeah.
like that I it's set and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Hmm.
All right, Kevin. Well, let's get started. Let's do some composing. Now, I picked 4/4 just because one of the things about Dorico is if you do not put a time signature, um, it doesn't let you add any more measures. So
Okay.
I had
Okay.
I had to put a time signature. I'm not attached to 4/4. I just kind of picked it because it was generic. I don't have a key
Mhm.
signature in here yet. So whatever
Okay.
you want to do, whatever you're thinking about that, um, I'll pull up real quick just so everyone says, since we're writing a grade 1.5. Oh, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna hide my screen for a second. I have to go into my file explorer. Um, and I'm going to pull up the Excelsia Grade 1.5 guidelines. Now, this is a disclaimer. I know some people may have heard me say this before. The reason that I use the Excelsia band guidelines is because they're the only ones that are available publicly. So that is why I use them, and I don't use any of the other publishers' guidelines. So um, that is why I use them. So in the open. All right, I will put my screen live again. I have them up here and ready to go. All right. So, Kevin, what are you thinking? I have them up. What do you think?
Mhm.
What do you think for key signature, time signature?
Let's see. So on the PDF, can you scroll to the left more?
Sure.
Just because I can't see. Like I
Here,
can see the ranges.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that works.
There we go.
So Gerard Hall said that FJH is also publicly available. So they also have charts too that you can get.
Okay, well, I'll go look for them. I'll go look for them so we can put them side by side.
Um, I'm saying maybe we should do this in E flat.
Okay.
I
E
feel
flat
like
works
E
for me.
flat today. Yeah.
It's a good key. Let's see here. Can I? Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to find the thing on their website. Would it be here under Contact Us?
Hello, Alexandre, from France. Good to see you.
Oh, Alexander. He usually watches my videos the next day, and he'll always send me his comments and stuff the next day. So I'm glad he's able to join us live for a change.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find FJHs, and I know that they can't. Unfortunately, you guys can't send things in the chat. So if you want to email me or Kevin the link to their website where we can get them, then I'm sure we'll be happy to share them. All right, so E flat, and I have those guidelines ready if we decide that we want them
Okay.
later. E flat. So if I click on it, I should now just be able to go over here and there. Ooh. Okay, so here's something. I have to remember how to tell it to... are you a transposed composer, Kevin? Do you believe in writing transposed or in concert pitch?
So I do everything transposed, and I do that just because it was kind of drilled into my head when I took conducting class.
That's me too. That's exactly how I am.
When I took conducting, Maestro was like you have to learn the transpositions, you have to know these, and so how I learned those was just by writing every piece transposed. So now it's gotten to the point where I can kind of just do it without really having to concentrate on it, which is nice.
That's exactly how I feel as well. I'm in complete agreement with you, Kevin. I did find that here. It's right here in edit. It took me. I was struggling. I even clicked on the transpose, like to transpose things. Whoops. All right. So we have our key. Do we want 4/4? Here, I'll bring the guidelines back over. Do we want 2/4, 3/4, or 4/4?
Why don't we do 3/4?
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. Something a little bit different.
Now, hang on. If I remember correctly, so to show off a little bit of features of Dorico here, there's a way that if you... So, for example, we click that. I think it's Control M? No, Shift M. There we go. So Shift M gives us the meter. So now we just type 3/4. Boom. So basically, instead of needing to know all that stuff, so if you hit Shift and then you have to remember like the key, so like T for time or tempo. So now we could do Q. Oh, there a whole bunch of them are ready for us. What tempo are we thinking, Kevin? Fast, slow? Can you all hear me? Can Kevin says he can't hear me.
John, you there?
I'm here. Can you all hear me? Oh, Kevin, I accidentally muted our Skype call. It must have been when I grabbed the PDF. When I went to drag it over because I put it over Skype. I must have accidentally clicked and did that. Cool. Yeah, that's my fault. All right. That's the story of my life, everyone. Just so you all know, that's like how I roll. All right.
It's all good.
What tempo are you thinking, Kevin?
I don't know. What do you have in mind? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking if we're in 3/4, we do a little bit of a fast section.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not allegro vivace. Maybe just. Let's see what kind of options we got here. And I'll tell you what. Whenever I was a kid and I saw Energico, I was always pumped. So, what do you think about Energico?
Sure.
All right, Energico it is. I just remember seeing that. I don't even know. It's probably a grade 1.5 that I saw that. I just remember going, man, this is going to be fun. All right, so 3/4 Energico. I think that's everything. That's everything we need. So we're gonna do this in E flat, not C minor, because you can always do the relative minor as well for those. So we'll go in E flat. So now we're gonna say goodbye to this beautiful looking score, and we're going to go to Galley View. And Galley View, as you can see, has everything separated. So we'll compose everything separated, and then Dorico will automatically condense it for us, so it'll look nice in that nice condensed score. All right. So, what kind of are we going for? Like a fanfare? I mean, what do you think, Kevin? Are we going for a fanfare? Are we going for? Are we angry? Are we sad? Are we happy? Are we telling a story?
I'd say let's. Why don't we write a fanfare? Because I think you've already set it up to where it will be energetic. It'll be 3/4. So yeah, why don't we go for the fanfare ideas and just kind of see what happens.
All right, cool. Let's do it. We probably want to start with our brass. What are you thinking, Kevin? We start with our brass?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe trumpets.
Trumpets.
Like a trumpet fanfare.
What note are we thinking we start on?
Why don't we start on tonic? So 1.
Okay, 1.
So something with the trumpets.
F. Okay. So this is my thought, Kevin, and you correct, or you tell me if I'm onto something or if we're not onto something here. Oopsie. I'm getting my Sibelius keys here mixed up with Dorico keys for rhythms. And I can never remember the rhythms here. But my thought was if I go da 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 da.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Yeah, so let's see. This is a staccato dot. There we go. And if I remember correctly, it's this D for the dotted note. No, it is not D for the dotted note. So Dorico usually, you see there, if you go over like whatever you're doing, it'll tell you whatever the shortcut is for that. Apparently dotted notes don't have a shortcut. I thought they did, but nope, nothing. I thought they had one. They don't. But rests are comma. Okay, so then here. So to go off of what I was telling you earlier, Kevin, so obviously we probably want this to be loud, so we would just hit F. So I hit Shift D, which brought up the dynamic thing. I put it in F, and it automatically will fill in an F. Or a forte.
Nice.
So it's cool, and here, just let me get rid of this real quick. If we copy, let's say we copy and paste this down here. Now, say we select both of them, like I have here. If I hit Shift D, and I type an F, and I hit Enter, it'll give the forte to both of them. Now, you can do all sorts of cool things with this. So, for example, say we select these and we do Shift D, we hit F, and then the greater than sign, and then Shift FF, it'll automatically do that for us. Oh, hey everyone, Kevin's going to be leaving for just 1 second, but he'll be back. So he'll be joining us again in a minute. So, is everyone okay with this idea for the fanfare, or we're not going to do this with the dynamics? We're just going to do just the F. Let's see. And I'm thinking that if I remember correctly, I have to remember the key to move it. There we go. If you hit Alt and the up and down arrows, it'll move it up and down. If you hit Control and Alt, it'll take it by octave. And if I remember correctly, Alt and Shift does chromatically. So, all right, let's listen to this real quick. And if I remember correctly, if we hit the how do we go back? Number plus. Number plus and comma? What? I don't remember that being a thing. That's bizarre. I don't remember that. Anyways, if we hit that and we hit P, it'll go from there. There we go. And let's see. Oopsie. Why is it dotted? There we go. And I need to remember... There we go. Oops. Well, there you go. Don't hit down or else it goes to the... Oops. I think we have Kevin back. I think I hear him. I think Kevin is back.
Yes.
Yay, Kevin!
All right, so what do we got?
So basically all we've done so far is I've added this kind of French horn thing here, and then this timpani part is all I've got thus far. We spent a minute trying to figure out how to get it to play.
Oh, that's a problem?
No, it was my fault. I couldn't remember how to do it. So the chat has suggested here putting a forte piano, which is a good idea. But what we should do is this. We should tie this. If I remember correctly, we just hit T. Yeah, there we go. And so, just so you all know, this was a setting that I set too, as I was talking about earlier. Is what's nice about Dorico is you just set things and then you don't have to worry about it later. Like, I'm a big fan of my ties always happening after the dot. Like, they don't happen before the dot. They always, if it's a dotted note, and they always should go from note head to note head. So that was a setting that, in Sibelius, you have to constantly change that. But that was something I was able to just set in the settings. But anyways, to go off of what you're all saying here. So here, this comes into what I was kind of teaching you all about. So we need a FP. Now, I have to be honest with you. This may be something that I have to change in the settings, because I may not have it set right here. Yeah, this dash in the middle. I have to get rid of that dash. And so here, I'll show you where that's from. So if we go to here to what's called engrave mode, as you can see, our things are already condensed very nice. Everything is nice and condensed. In engraving here, if we have to go to dynamics, see, I don't want any, but see, it says here, combine dynamics. Now, This may be something we have to come down here for. Dynamics. Does anyone see... No, I don't see it down here either. I don't see get rid of the... I don't see any sort of hide the dash in the middle. Or hyphen, as they would call it. Hide the hyphen.
Yeah, see, usually in
Oh, there we
Finale,
go.
like when I've worked with that, we've never. There usually isn't like a dash in there at all, actually. So
I
that's a
think
new thing.
well, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be, and I think that down here, what they're counting on is you'll do that, and then you'll go down here to what they like their inspector, for lack of a better term, and oopsie, I'm in the wrong thing. So you click on it, and then basically, I think what they're thinking is you just turn it off every time, which is kind of exact opposite of what I was just saying was really nice, is you don't have to do that. I'm going to look through this real quick and see if there's any way to turn that off. And then if there's nothing that jumps out, then we're going to live with it, and I'll deal with it later. Because the one thing I hate doing on streams is wasting everyone's time of me going through options menus. If you want to watch that, you can watch me do the score setup videos, and I noticed only 3 people watched that, so they must not have been that riveting. This will help if we do only for mezzo, but even then, I don't think there's any other. I'll check one more spot here under right. If we go to notation, is there any dynamics? No, there's not. And under layout, which is here, anything about dynamics? No, there is not. So I think that this may be something that we have to kind of sort of live with.
Yeah, we can come back to that later for sure.
Yeah, oops. By the way, here's my website and things that I use to make the art for these, because I accidentally opened it. All right. So, let's continue on. So we have the forte piano in here. Let's listen to it from the beginning. So here, let's do this. Oopsie, I made a whoops. So that is something different. So if you guys saw that, I had this note selected because I wanted to copy it, and then I must have held something and it went over to here as well. So it kind of basically what it did is it made like a confused whatchamacallit. It like copied it twice, or it pasted it twice because of how I messed up. Now let's say that I want a tie here. How do I want my tie, because I want the LV tie. Please let me have an LV tie. All right, that may be something I have to do later, because I don't see any sort of way to let me do that. So I'll look for that later. That's not something I'm going to do now. But all right, that's good enough for now. All right. So Kevin, in the chat, they're suggesting we take this pattern here and maybe take it down here to the trombones. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be good. And I actually have an idea for a counter melody we could try as well.
Okay. Let me, we'll do that in a second. Let me get this in here. Oops. So I had this kind of idea if we just bring this up in fifths, like that. Now we do need to, because we're writing an educational piece, we do need to double this French horn somewhere. We'll double it in the altos. That's a little high for them. Okay, so cool. All right, let's hear the idea, Kevin. What are you thinking?
Okay, so you have this so measure three. There should be like let's see, like something maybe like a descending counter melody where you're beginning on like B flat and maybe you're going down to E flat. It's like a ba 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 ba, or like something like that would be good for like measure three, right at the end of that crescendo.
So I have kind of an idea, kind of based on what you're saying, and you tell me what you think, Kevin. If you don't like it, we'll do exactly what you're saying. But it's kind of based on what you're saying. So if we start in beat 2, or I'm sorry, measure 2, and we do the oopsie, not with a dotted note like I just did again for the third time. Oops. Why can't I do this today? This is. All right, so then E, and then there we go. What do you think about that, Kevin?
I like it. Let's hear it.
All right, let me add the slurs real quick, and let me add dynamics too, because I don't know if this is like Sibelius. Because if it's like Sibelius, then it's going to play it really soft, because it has no dynamic to begin with. So F, and let me add this to a clarinet, but definitely down an octave.
Yes. That's a little high for grade 1.5. It's a little.
See, now here for the oboe part, we're going to have to do this. This is going to have to go. Oopsie. Up an octave. There we go. All right. Now, let's see if I can remember how to get it to play from the beginning again. Why does Dorico not like me?
Wait, right. So for your playback, are you using Note Performer or are you using another
Note Performer?
Playback?
Always Note Performer.
Cool.
Do you use Note Performer, Kevin?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I love Note Performer. It's such a wonderful program.
Yeah, my friend Quinn Mason, who's also a composer, he put me onto it, and I was just like, oh, this is amazing, because I was using Garriton for a long time, and so once I switched over, I was like, yeah, this is what I need. So
I don't remember. I just remember back, because I got it back before he released Dorico 1.0. I'm sorry, not Dorico. Note Performer 1.0. I just remember someone posted it in one of the Sibelius groups, because it used to only be for Sibelius. And I just remember seeing it in one of the Facebook groups, and I bought it. All right, here we go. Let's give it a listen. Let's see if I can. So we'll just do that, and let's hit play. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right. We're on to something.
Okay. We're on to something, yeah. I like it.
Okay, so I'm thinking here. So I'm thinking we add like a bass hit note here in. So here, I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of this timpani part like this. And then I'll tell you what, we'll kind of like duplicate this in the timpani. Oops, not quite like that.
The tuba?
Just the tuba, not the timpani down that low. Yeah. That would be an interesting sound. Let's see, the bass clarinet needs to go up. We can take that F down an octave. And then we could do... come on, there we go. And the bari sax as well. All right, let's give this a listen. I'll tell you what, let's give this to the tenor saxes. And then we'll have the first 4 measures done. Oh, except the second clarinets need something. So here, let's do this. We'll take that down an octave like that. All right, everyone has the first 4 measures, or first 3 measures. All right, let's see. Aha, I remember. There we go. What do we think about that?
So Alexander said, repeat measure 4 with the same pattern.
Okay, but we gotta probably
but change the woodwind line. Yeah.
We gotta probably change a little bit of the brass, maybe like the dotted half notes.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, I'm thinking we also put a snare drum roll going into that as well. And then
yeah, that works too.
Maybe a suspended cymbal roll. What do you think? You tell me? What do you think?
I think you should have the snare drum in there for sure, but maybe not a roll. Maybe you can have it go like a, let's see, so maybe like or like or like something to where it kind of complements what the tuba and the timpani are playing.
Trying to check. I was just checking over the guidelines to see. Sometimes they have the percussion rhythms, but I'll tell you, I've definitely written 16th notes in the percussion part of grade 1.5. So I'll tell you what, to go kind of off of what you were saying. What in the world? I didn't click on the dotted note again. Did I do that? Am I crazy? No. It just did that again.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man.
I look, man, sometimes I just work here. Oh no. No, I don't want that either. I want that. But see, now so when I go back to having to write in Sibelius next week, the struggle is going to be real trying to remember the key commands for each of these. Now, real quick, I forgot to do this. If you go here into your instrument settings, if we go into the kit options here, edit percussion kit, we can actually tell it, stem direction and voice is up. The bass drum, the stem direction should always be down. There is a way to tell it to always be up and always be down, which is nice, but I have a feeling I'm not going to figure it out, and again, that's not going to be something I'm going to sit here and waste your all's time on.
So Alexander has said, so he agrees with me on measure 3, beat 3, having the 4 16th notes in the snare would be good. So the rhythm would be 1, 2, and 3 E and a 1.
Okay.
So
come on. Okay, I have to go back to write mode. Sorry, I was wondering why it wouldn't let me write. I was in the editing thing again. Oh, because see, I still have this selected, and I pasted it, so it was going to paste that rhythm from point A to point B.
Wow.
We almost had some bonus things there. That would have been fun. All right. So here, these all have to go... Let's see. Note heads. Is that down here? Or stems? Does anyone see stems? But I'll tell you what, we don't need that because we can add a bass drum part underneath it. Turn that off. This. Yeah, see, I didn't even hit the dotted note. I just hit quarter note and the dotted note's selected. I gotta write them an email and see what they think.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I also need to change this line I put the bass drum on because it should not be on A.
I do like this layout though, because it seems like it's a lot quicker to input notes in this um, versus like in Finale or any other program. Because I know me, like I like to write really like quickly, so I'll have like a keypad and I'll just like click really fast to kind of get everything in there. So this seems like it's a much quicker program actually. So I'm actually curious to look more into
You
this.
should definitely check out the demo. I mean, I always tell everyone this is kind of my go-to thing when people ask me what they should do. Download the demos of all three programs. Don't compose in them. Try to enter a page of a score. Like a piece that you've written, that you've already written. Don't compose in them. Just
Hmm.
try to figure it out by just entering. And
Hmm.
whichever one you found you worked best for your mindset of writing music, that's what you should pick.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I don't think the demo for this version. I think I was listening to a. Okay, I'm a loser for those of you that don't know this, and I listened to podcasts about different notation programs and scoring notes. Who does a lot of reviews and kind of tutorials on these programs. Had an interview with Daniel Spreadberry, who's the project manager of Dorico, and
Hmm.
they happened to talk about last night. They aren't done with the demo yet, but you could buy the program because this is the new version. This just came out, so and it to me, I really enjoy it. I really like this. I am going to click this to add to our copy and paste.
So Alexander said, "Do publishers use Dorico?"
Um,
That's a good question.
the full answer is I don't think yet they do. Um, Dorico, for lack of a better term, is still kind of a baby. There's a lot of things that Dorico is still not able to do yet that I think publishers need it to do. Um, I personally, it's my hope that they will in the future. I mean, there's so many useful tools um, available to publishers in this. I think that, to be honest with you, and again, this is just my opinion. You take it for what it's worth. In my opinion, um, there's so many tools in here I think that are geared toward publishers. Like if you look here in the engrave mode, um, so look how this is what our score looks like. So we can edit the layout of it here, and like this is like the default template for every first page. This is the default template of every page after that. The music obviously goes in the blue box. To me, I think that that's who they're aiming for. But like I said, there's still some things that, in my opinion, need to be added before. Um, that need to be that I guess you could say publishers are probably waiting for.
Hmm.
See now, this is one thing that's different between Finale and Sibelius. How I can
Hmm.
just manually click and drag these stabs and space them out or staves. Like Finale or Sibelius,
Ooh.
it kind of like stretches things out,
Hmm.
and they're the kind of definite setting of them are kind of a little bit more loose, if you will. These are
Hmm.
more definite. You're exactly going to drag this where you want this to go. Like I
Hmm.
just put that in the wrong spot, but so it's like they definitely do. There's a lot of things that they've taken, and I even heard Daniel talk yesterday on the podcast I was listening to. There's a
Hmm.
lot of things that they're looking at Finale for, and there's a lot of things that they're looking at Sibelius for. So they kind of are trying to cherry pick the best of each one, and then on top of cherry picking the best of each thing, kind of adding their own spin and adding their own features that aren't in anything yet.
Hmm.
So I hope that answers your question, Alexander. I just realized I needed to make those smaller. They were kind of cramming up. All right, let's give this a listen. I just added this next 3 measures based on the suggestion here. Let's give it a listen. I don't like what we did there. Any ideas, Kevin, of where we should land in this?
Let's see. Here, play it again.
I had kind of an idea. We'll play it again. What we had wasn't, or what I had wasn't good. So let's see if you can come up with something better based on what I just quickly added here. Ooh, I do kind of like that. Let me know what you think, Kevin. Kevin, did I lose you?
Hello? Hello?
Kevin?
Sorry, I was talking. My mic was off. My bad.
I mean, hey, I just did it a couple minutes ago, so you got nothing to apologize for.
Measure 5. I love the harmony, actually, where you have the concert C in there, so I actually wouldn't change that. What was I going to say? You added... Okay, so you took the counter melody and you moved it up like a
third.
Your third. Okay, let's hear that actually.
Okay, let's give it a listen. Ooh, I do kind of like that. Except this should not be where that is. That's a no-go.
Yeah. Yeah, measure 6 to measure 7, we can mess with that a little bit. I like the beginning to measure 6 though, so I wouldn't change anything about that.
Okay. What do you think about putting this into the bell part?
Yeah, that could work.
That way it gives it a little bit of doubling and a little bit of strength.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized we never resolved this. Oops. Whoopsie doopsie. Here we go. Oh, I never put a thing on beat 1 there. That's my fault.
Would you be opposed to putting a percussion hit on beat 1 of the piece?
No, absolutely not. We could do that.
Because I'm hearing like if you put just 1 hit there, take out the bass drum in measure 2, just have the snare come in, and then have them both together in measure 3. That might work.
How do I? Oh, here it is. Here's the LV tie. I found it. It's under notes and rest. Hang on. Is it? Yeah! Woo! It's there! I've never been so happy.
I'm glad you found it, yes.
The things that make us composers happy, Frank.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where is the... It's here. Change beam direction. No, that's not it. Nope. I want to make the stems go up. To be top secret there, Kevin. The reason I had that bass drum hit there was mostly so that the stems would be up, or the things would be up. Oh, and there's a way.
We can.
Oh, here we go. 4 stem up.
Look at how to...
No? Yeah, there he is. Found it. Boom, done.
Okay. There you go.
All right, let's listen to it. And then I'll let you. You had a thought. You had more of a thought about this note on beat 1, but let's listen to it, and then I want to hear your thought on beat 1. Ooh, I like that, Kevin. It sounded good.
Yeah, me too.
Now, what do you think, Kevin? Do we put the timpani also on beat 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way, it's
Oopsie.
like it's a, it's a def, um, it's a definitive beginning. I cannot talk today. It's a so
I've been there,
if you
Kevin.
have everyone come in on B1, then yes, yeah.
Okay. So we have the timpani, and that. Now, do we want to put like a I'm not a percussionist. Forgive me. I'm about to say the wrong word. It's not a flam, is it? It would be just some like grace notes into it, like brum, like um Here, let me just write what I'm trying to say, and
I'm about to say I'm a low brass player. I can't help you there, but
let me. Here we go. Now, why can I get rid of this? I don't want that slash there. Can I get rid of that? Yeah, there we go. And then we can do that, and then we can move. Oh, ruh-roh. I done a bad. Can I move? No, I want to move that over. And I want to move it up. No? Not feeling it? Guess it's not feeling it. Alright, well, I'll figure that out later. I'm not going to waste time on that. So do we want like that, Kevin, with the kind of blam at the beginning? I don't think that's the technical term. I don't think that's the right term.
sure.
Okay, cool. All right, let's listen to it from the beginning, and then let's maybe figure out where we're gonna go. Oh, one thing I didn't do right, Kevin. I'll be honest. I kind of set up the rehearsal marks. If I can remember how to put them in. Oops. Oh. I don't. All right, hang on. Here they are. How do I put these in? Shift A. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. That is an awkward looking, yeah. So I'll figure that out later. That is not a normal looking rehearsal mark. Anyways. So, but yeah, we can try to get to at least measure 10. All right, I'll put that there, and that's unfortunate looking. Oof. Okay, sorry, that's gonna bother me, Kevin. But anyways, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. So, what do you think?
Yeah, we'll make. I like it. I like the beginning. This is a really strong intro.
Now, do I take the snare drum part and do I put it here, like that?
You could, or you can change it up a bit. Maybe switch around where the 16ths are placed, or yeah, just not necessarily a copy paste, but like change up the rhythm a little bit.
Okay.
Do we have any suggestions in the chat?
Here we go. What if we just do? Oh, not what I just did exactly, but it goes dut 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 dut. Yeah, like that. We just literally just add those two 16th notes. That's what I think. What do you guys think?
Okay, Braden said, I like the drag at the beginning. Can you lead into the 16th notes in snare with drags? It's a cool effect. So he's talking about the two grace notes at the beginning that you have. That's called a drag, I suppose is what he's saying. So he's asking, can you lead into the 16th notes in the snare with drags?
Right here on beat 3 of measure 3, Braden? Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
Can do. Uh-oh. And there we go. Oops. I don't know why. So here, this is a setting that I must not have set up correctly. I'm not going to spend much time on it, but if we go here to Engraving Options, and we go and look at slurs, I didn't set something correctly because the slur is hiding. I think this should fix it. See, by the way, this is one thing that I love about Dorico is I have all these visual aids as to whatever I'm going to change as pictures. Like, that is so helpful to me. Did I fix it? No, I didn't. All right, well, I'm going to fix it later. I'm not going to waste time on that. But all right, let's listen to it. Oop, that's it. So, I kind of hear, Kevin, if we go like, where is the, I can't for the life of me. There it is. I kind of hear something. Oh, I did it again. I kind of hear some sort of cool progression. I don't think this is the solution, but let's try it. And let's do this. Except we will not have the crescendo there. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. So here, so this is what I'm thinking. Here, I'll put it from the beginning, just like some, and then we could have these guys do. Here, so this is my thought, Kevin, and then you tell me what you think about it. I'm not sold on this, but this is just what I'm thinking. Something like that. And then that would be the introduction. What do you think?
Let's see.
I'm not necessarily sold on it. So please just tell me. We can just delete it and do something else if that's what you want. I'm okay with it.
Can you play it one more time?
Sure.
Just so I can.
Actually, I kind of want to try. I kind of want to try different chords here real quick while we're trying it this time because I'm not necessarily sold on what I did myself either. Let's try that. That wasn't right. What did I... Oh, because this is the wrong note. That was a... Alright, I'll try it one more time. That's better.
Yeah, I like that a lot. For some reason, I'm hearing like a counter, like some kind of horn melody leading into measure 9. So like measures 7 and 8. I'm just trying to figure out what you could do right there.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. We need to give this to somebody else. Maybe we'll give it, just for now, as a placeholder to the tenor. No, I'll tell you what. We'll give it to them.
To the Barry?
And then, no, that's not going to work either. I'll tell you what. Although we know low A isn't probably the best of thing for young musicians to play, we're just going to leave that there for now, so we can try to get Kevin's idea down, and we'll problem solve the chords later.
So I'm thinking in the horns having like let's see, or like some kind of gesture kind of leading up, because so the gestures at the beginning are going up, and then the counter gesture is coming down, and then you do it again. So then leading into 10, you can have everything go up. So the idea with the horn is like having like a counter
melody go down, contrary motion.
Idea that goes up. Well, that goes up.
Oh, you want it to also go up, so no contrary motion. So everything is going to be,
because everything is already coming down in the woodwinds. So the woodwinds are all coming down. The bells are all going lower. So you can have the.
Are you saying for the prior measures we add the horn melody? So measure like 1 through. Are you still talking about where we are here at measure 8?
So I'm talking at measure 7.
Oh, okay.
Right there, measure 7.
We don't have any woodwind.
8.
We don't have any woodwind parts there yet.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm saying like right there, it could be a horn and alto sax melody of some sorts is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So.
Here, I actually have an idea, so we can maybe make that a little longer. What you're saying? I'm going to add two measures of space here. Oopsie. I'm going to add 2 measures here. And then what I'm going to do is just put these down a third. Except not exactly what I just did. And the reason is I kind of want to make this a little longer. Okay, so let's hear. So we want them to go upwards.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What notes should we start on for them?
Okay, so for horns, concert B flat would be good. So measure 7, concert B flat, or like something like that, where they come in on beat 2.
Oh, okay. I'm looking over at the range chart. It's going to have to be high B flat.
So, trying to remember. Yeah, concert. So concert B flat, not.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So here.
So that would be, yeah. So B flat, E flat to D. So I'm just
B flat, like... B flat, E flat. Okay. There it is. Okay.
And then going down to the D in measure 8, beat 1. So just moving it down a half step right there.
So then it would go.
And then it would go up. So E flat.
Oh, then we're gonna have to go down. Oh, wait, no. E flat would be C, but then it's gonna have to go down because C is the highest note we have at a 1.5.
Okay. I'm just curious to see how this works.
You want it to go down?
Yeah.
Now, what I would recommend is if we're going to do that, is we did something like that.
Okay, that's a little jumpy. We can try it.
I'll tell you what. It also says that. Oh no! See, we couldn't do that. All right, let's listen to it and see what we can do. I do like that, Kevin. I don't know how we're gonna make it a 1.5 though.
Right, that's the thing. It's like I'm like these are like grade 3, grade 4 ideas, and I'm like, no, I can't do that for this.
What if we hang on, I think I have an idea to go along what you were doing here. All right, let's see if I gave your idea justice here, Kevin. You'll have to tell me.
Okay.
Let's double it there. We're gonna put that. Oopsie. We're gonna put that there. We're going to put this up a third.
Yeah, so you're just having it all go up.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Cool.
And then let's.
You might be able to put that horn part in the second trumpet, too. Actually, if you just want more people playing that.
I mean, it can't hurt to double it. No, I do like that idea.
Low range.
Because let's be honest, that's the idea we want to hear. We don't necessarily want to hear. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to hear that. Let's see here. Let's break this tie. Oops. Let's not do exactly what I just did. Let's break this tie. We want this to be a crescendo. Oops. Oopsie. Like that. Okay. Then we want to tie this. Cool. So, Kevin, that is one kind of downside about Dorico, is you see if I ever have a tied note, like in Sibelius, if like I wanted to edit anything to this note here, I would just click on it and I could add a crescendo. Unfortunately, in Dorico, it considers both of these things one note. Now, like they're together.
Yeah.
So in order to add a crescendo here, I have to use the scissors here. I then have to put in the dynamic that I want it to crescendo. Oops. And then I can go back here and put T for tie, and now it'll keep that as part of that idea. But unfortunately, it's kind of... Nope. By the way, we're going to hear Kevin Skyping me in a second here. I think he just accidentally ended his call. There we go. Oops. Kevin, I have to confess, when I went to answer your call, I almost hit the hang up one by accident.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's all good.
Man. Okay, so here, dynamics. We want this to be mezzo forte. I keep accidentally holding shift when I type my dynamics, which is not something I normally do. MF. There we go. And then I want all of this to shift D and crescendo. Ruh-roh. There we go.
And so that line could actually be slurred.
Oopsie, what did I just do?
If you want it to be.
Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to remember all these key commands. There we go. Yay! Okay. This is now going to be with these guys. Oops. Can I? Oh, nope. Can't do that. This. Shift D. Greater than sign. I did a thing! Okay, cool. But now, these guys need to be at piano to start with. Shift D. Piano. Oh, no. Okay, we gotta start... We gotta do these over again. They're not gonna work. Okay. Sorry, Kevin. I'm not ignoring you. I promise you I'm gonna do the thing in a minute. I promise.
It's okay. It's all good. Composing is a process.
Let's see. Piano. Greater than sign. Forte. Yes! I did a thing!
Nice.
I'm telling you, as a composer, this is literally, you have these moments where you literally just shout, "Yay, I did a thing."
Yeah,
Can you attest to that,
very true.
Kevin?
Yes, I can. Many times. Yes.
F. Why didn't it put it down here? Shift D, F. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, Kevin. So so we're gonna slur these. Okay, hang on. I need to steal these dynamics and give them to the French horn. I'm sorry, the tenor sax. All right. So now we're going to slur like this, like I have up in the tenor sax. Does that work?
Yeah. Is that range okay for this grade level for the tenor sax?
Yeah. Here, I'll bring it over
Okay.
just so everyone can see. It says the highest note they can do is an A.
Okay. So good.
In the horn, C, we can go up to C.
Mm-hmm.
And in the trumpets, we have low B flat. So I think we done it good. All right, let's give it a listen. Let's see how we feel, and then we're gonna have to do something. Like I kind of want to do this. Oops, let's move this over. I kind of want to go da 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 da. Like it should go like this, but it should go.
Oh, I like that.
It should go.
I like that idea.
Down. Oh, I just realized something about this flute part, Kevin.
What?
It's a no-go.
Oh no. Why?
The highest we can go is C.
Wow. Okay.
So there we go. I think that this octave will be okay. I mean, woodwind instruments, we're usually okay because it's a matter of an octave key or a register key. I think we'll be all right with that.
That actually helps your idea well, because now going in the next few measures, if you wanted to do the idea where it's like the woodwinds are rising, then you have more room to rise now.
Yeah.
It's really great. Yeah.
Okay. I want to do this. Like that. Okay. Now we repeat this, but now we just take it up a note. Like that. All right, here we go. Kevin, I think we're on to something here.
Let's hear it. I'm excited.
I like that, but I don't feel like we need to end right where we have it ending. Like, I think part of me feels like something needs to happen for a little bit longer. Kevin? Did I lose Kevin?
It happened again. I was talking and Mike was muted. Sorry. What I said was it would be cool if you just gave this new melodic idea some room to breathe. So maybe take out the woodwinds in the first two measures and then have them come in the next two measures or something like that, just so that it's not just constant 16th notes.
Do you mean?
I mean, not 16th. Sorry, 8th notes, Lord.
But where are you? I'm confused as where you mean.
So right where you are, right where the new horn and alto sax melody come in, I would just take out the woodwinds, just so that there's room for this new melody to come out.
Okay. All right, let's give it a listen. Let's see how we feel. Oh, I have to add these dynamics into places. I'll tell you what, we're just going to make all these guys, they can be forte. Let's give these parts off to people. So they're going to go there. Should we give this tenor sax part off to the altos? Yeah, I think that fits more in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I can go up an octave. They need.
You could also put the tuba part in the Barry saxophone.
So, Kevin, I have to be honest, and you tell me what you think. I
Yeah.
tend to always, I don't. Well, I should put it this way. I tend to avoid giving the Barry saxophone the bass notes all the time. Sometimes I'll give them the baritone voice.
Hmm.
What do you think about that? How do you feel?
I'll usually do the opposite, but if it's like generally I'll also put it like with the woodwinds in certain contexts to where like if there's runs or like something like that, then I'll have the tenor and the Barry play those two, like in like grade 4 to 5 pieces. So, but normally I would put it with the low brass.
Okay,
But that's just kind of how I do it. So,
we'll give it to him.
yeah.
I'm not. In this case, it makes sense because the tenors are already playing that tenor voice.
Hmm.
But if I was like having the tenor do the horn part, then that's when I would give him the baritone part.
Hmm.
All right, let's give this a listen. I like it.
I do too. Yeah. Measure 9, I would just maybe change that first note in the woodwinds. Let's see. Maybe change that to a G quarter note for the woodwinds on speed 1.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just so that it lines up with the chord progression you have going.
Yeah. That's what I was worried. I didn't pay attention that it wasn't lining up with the chord. I thought it was. Whoops. Whoops. All right, let's give it a listen one more time. Let's see how we feel about it.
All right.
Now, I hit the button, but it didn't... Maybe? There we go. I really like that. That sounds good. I don't know if I like the second note of those.
Da, 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 da.
It sounded like it was
Yeah.
conflicting against something, didn't it? Am I wrong? It's F against E flat.
Yeah. Yep, I did hear that.
Here, let's put it up a second. Let's try that.
Or
Go ahead.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say you could take it up to an A flat too.
Oh, I found another problem. The mallet
What?
part's not even anything close to that.
That might have been that might have been the issue then.
The mallet part was on another planet. Is it right now? Yeah, it looks okay. All right, Kevin, what were you gonna say before I realized that?
Nothing now. I think.
All
It just had to do with the ballot part. No, I think it works.
right, let's try this. Let's give it a listen. That sounds way better.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Hang on, I just want to listen to this real quick. I just made this a dotted half note. I want to make sure that it doesn't conflict with anything. Yep, that sounds great. Good. That sounds awesome. Now, this I know we need to move over to there.
Hmm.
Let's look at it. Let's see what the score looks like. Just because I'm anxious and eager to, I always get eager when I'm writing to see what it, because all the condensing features, what it looks like in the score.
Hmm.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Not too shabby. Yeah.
That's good. Hang on real quick before we do anything else. I do want to, because this is going to bother me. For those who know me, how my music looks, Kevin, it bothers me. It's probably a little unhealthy how, how much it bothers me. But it bothers me. Let's see. I need to see the... where are they? I don't know if this is where we change the box size. That's what I'm concerned about, is the box size is... Yeah, here we go. The rectangle. Okay. So we need to... Oopsie, didn't mean to do what I just did. Engraving options. Okay. So we have our box up here. We're looking for this. So above it, we want... There we go. Okay, let's see. We want... That looks kind of like a normal box, doesn't it? No, it still looks a little bit wonky. Engraving options. Where is it? Let's try that. Still a little wonky. All right, I'm going to do one more smaller, and then after that, I'm going to play around with it when you all aren't here, because, again, I feel bad making people watch me fix settings. So, there we go. That looks good. That's good enough for now. That looks like a rectangle. Yeah. All right. Kevin, is there anything you want to hit on tonight before we're done?
No, I think we have a good intro, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got something.
We did a thing.
We did a thing. Yes.
Hang on, I am gonna put this there. I think it needs that hit. Cool. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's just do it one more time, and then we'll call it a night.
Cool. Cool.
Here we go. One more time, and then that's it. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. All right. Alexander, I see you have a suggestion. Is this something we can fix quickly? Tie dotted half notes with decrescendo rhythm on percussion for 2 measures. Are you talking about during the rests? Tie dotted half notes. Are you talking here? Well, I'm sorry, 9 here. Are you talking here, Alexander?
Yeah, he's talking about measure 9 long notes.
So here, if we do... And then, because I'm lazy, whenever I have something that took work, I just copy and paste it. So we'll tie it. And we'll tie
9 and 10.
We'll tie that. And then... which tool is it that does the... is it here? Yes, it is. There it is. And then what we can do is we can just put... Oops. There. Let's put that there. And then we'll put that... Oh, that's right. We can't do that because... Yeah, okay, so I got to do that one separately. Here. Oh, and to put this the dotted note on it again. Grumble, 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 grumble. Dotted notes. All right, I'll fix the dynamics for that later. All right, let's listen to that one more time with Alexander, and we do need to add some suspended symbols and crash symbols in here. Whoops. Hey, Peter, we're just getting ready to end it. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Peter.
Peter's fashionably late. All right, we'll give it a listen, and then we'll see what Peter thinks, and then maybe we'll call it a night. All right, here we go from the top. Oh, I hit play, didn't I? Maybe? There we go. So hang on. Why is it doing that? So there is a setting that we have to do, and I have to try to remember how to do it to make the last note not a roll. And I have to remember what that setting is. Cut that. Is it?
Oh, so you have to manually tell the computer to play it as a roll and not like 16th notes.
Yeah, see, it'll play it as a roll. But the thing is the first note is it's playing it as a roll, which we don't want. It
Right.
Because when it ties, it's tying it. It wants it to be the same thing. I think it's this split secondary beam. I think that this is how we trick it to not. But if you all see that I'm clicking it and I'm not clicking it to turn off. Okay, so I'm gonna go figure out how I did this in one of my other pieces. Here, I'll tell you what. If we go, I'll quickly try to open one of my other pieces up real quick. This is a piece yeah, it's an old. Wrote it in the old one, the old version. If we look, this is a march I wrote. See, so here, how did we do this? Single stem tremolo. That's what we need. Okay. Now, does anyone see single stem tremolo? Does anyone see that? Is it because I have to do this? Kevin, I promise you we're going to be done in a second. What is that under?
Oh, okay.
Notes and it's under notes and rests. It's under notes and rests, right? Yeah. So here, let's do this. Oh, I know what we have to do. It's under the engraving rules, isn't it? Isn't this where it was? Yes, this is where it is. Single stem tremolo, none. Okay. Yes, that's where it is. Okay. Tie. Yeah, there it is. Now it'll do it right. Yeah, it's under engraving rules. That's right. I remember that.
Okay.
All right, one more time, and then we're done. For real this time. I figured out a thing. Here we go. There we go. All right. Well,
yeah.
So next week, what time are we going to go next week, Kevin?
Why don't we keep it at this time?
7 o'clock? Okay, 7 o'clock works. So next Saturday, 7 o'clock, Kevin, John, more composing. Thank you all so much for joining us. I know I appreciate it. I'm sure Kevin does too. It's good to have you all here. That was a lot of fun. Kevin, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. This is going to be a really awesome piece. I can't wait to see kind of where it goes. So
it sounds great already. I'm really digging this piece. It's Alexander says it's 2:25 a.m. in France.
Take
Alex,
care, Alexander. Thanks
Ale-
for coming.
Alexander, I'm telling you, I'm still awake at 2:25 here in America. So I mean, it's not that now, but I'll still be wide awake at 2:25. Oh, and yes, for those of you that do not know, it is tradition. You must dab in the chat before you leave. That is tradition. It is tradition. All right,
Yes.
Kevin, anything that you want to announce before I make a couple of final announcements and then we're done for tonight?
No, I'm good.
All right. Before I forget, for those of you that tune in to the other videos, next week's streaming schedule is different than normal. Monday will be How to Sibelius, and I know it's a holiday here in America, but we'll do a little of How to Sibelius in the evening, maybe around 8 o'clock. Wednesday, Dr. Scott Watson will be joining me for composing my piece that I've been fortunate enough. That's how I met Kevin, as he joined me for a little bit of composing on that piece. And then Thursday, Lori will be with me to compose a little bit more on that piece. And then that's it for next week. And then Saturday, more of this at 7 o'clock. Right, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Everyone, John and Kevin out. Bye, everyone.